I've got a multifamily property priced under $75,000 that's going to bring in $1,500 a month in rent. That's the topic of today's show. Let's dive in. All right, investors, welcome to another episode of the Investment Properties for Sale show. I am your host, James Wise. Today's show is going to feature a duplex that is bringing in a ton of rent. On top of that, I've priced it a little bit lower than what you're normally used to seeing here on HoltonWise TV. But before I get into that, I want to talk to you guys about a newer product that we're offering. Okay, this is the Investment Properties for Sale show. You are able to bid on these properties. What a lot of you have been bidding on these properties may have already noticed, though, is these properties go incredibly fast. There's a huge amount of demand, and oftentimes you guys end up in multiple offer situations. You know, take a look at the view counter right there. As you can see, you're not the only investor watching this show. We are the #1 seller of rental properties in the Cleveland market. So just the demand is extreme. So to help fulfill that demand, because if 20 people put in an offer on this particular property, that means 19 of you are not going to be able to buy it. So to help fill that demand, we created the MLS Search and Analysis show. There's over 5,000 other realtors in the Cleveland market. You're able to utilize me. You're able to utilize my services, leverage my expertise as a real estate investor running a $50 million portfolio on any property you'd like offered by any other realtor, wholesaler, or anybody else who's trying to sell a property in the Cleveland market. You can hire us and we will act as your buyer broker, and we will make you a full video analysis like what you're used to seeing here on the Investment Property for Sale show. We can give you all of the details you're used to getting on the properties we're selling on somebody else's properties. All of that's available when you go to the For Sale tab at HoltonWise.com. On top of that, if you scroll at the bottom of that page, you'll see a newer product we're offering. It's called the Real-Time MLS Feed. What that is, guys, that's data. That is me giving you my direct MLS access. I've broken it down into categories based upon the Ultimate Guide to Grading Cleveland Neighborhoods. If you're not familiar with the Ultimate Guide, definitely give it a Google, or I'll put a link to it in the show notes. It's going to show you the risk level of each of these neighborhoods. So if you're an investor and you're sitting at your house right now, you're in California, you're seeing that, we have properties renting for $1,000 and they're priced at $50,000, but then another neighborhood has properties that are also renting for $1,000 and they're priced at $100,000 versus a third neighborhood where that same property that should be renting for $1,000 a month is only $15,000. Why is there going to be such a varying level of purchase prices? The answer is risk level of the neighborhood, and that is why I've created that Ultimate Guide, so you can get an understanding of the types of neighborhoods you're investing in, because the types of neighborhoods are going to determine the types of tenants you get, which is going to determine the consistency that you're able to actually collect that scheduled rent. So with all of that, what you're able to do is choose the neighborhoods, choose the type of product you want based on your risk level. So if you want single family homes and C-class properties, you are able to get a direct MLS feed from me. It's a one-time fee, and then we will set you up on that. That's not a monthly fee. You just pay that one time, and so long as you are logging into that portal at least once every 80 days, it is going to go on in perpetuity. And the best thing about this data is speed, okay? If you're losing out on deals here on the Investment Properties for Sale show, because a lot of other investors want to make, the same money you do, right? When we sell an investment property, it makes money. Everybody likes to make money, right? Who doesn't like to make money? So the best deals go quick. They go fast. So you want to get that data before everyone else. When you get the MLS feed directly from me, you get it before other sites. You take like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. Those sites aggregate data from brokers, from the MLS. I'm going to source that data and give it to you. You'll get it even earlier than they do. So again, HoltonWise.com, go to the property search, click on the MLS Search and Analysis Show, scroll all the way down, get yourself set up on some real-time MLS feeds. You'll get the data before anybody else. And then when you see properties you're interested in, go ahead and grab yourself your own episode of the MLS Search and Analysis Show, and I'll give you my complete thoughts on that property. Now, before we get into the duplex I want to sell you guys today, we're going to go to a quick word from the sponsor of today's show, and then we'll get into all the details.
Based in Indianapolis, Indiana, FS Houses is the premier investment property brokerage. With an in-house property management department that can take care of all those unwanted landlord headaches, FS Houses can offer you the complete turnkey solution as well as wholesale properties offered to you at a discounted rate. With a network of thousands of active investors, wholesalers, and brokers, FS Houses can help you sell your property for top dollar on the open market or in a hurry to motivated investors seeking distressed real estate. Visit fshouses.com or call 317-492-9025 for more information on the Indianapolis, Indiana real estate. HoltonWise has a worldwide audience of real estate investors. If you are a lender, home inspector, or anyone else with a real estate related business who would like to increase your sales and exposure with an ad in one of our videos, go to HoltonWise.com today.
All right, welcome back, guys. 4711 Harvard Avenue, Newburgh Heights, 44105. This is a nice little rental neighborhood. Cool thing about Newburgh, right? It's actually a village, okay? So if you read the Ultimate Guide, you'll see 44105. If you are buying a property in 44105 and you are in Cleveland itself, I consider that to be an F-class neighborhood. Whereas if you are in Newburgh Heights, I consider that to be a C-class neighborhood. You got to be in Newburgh Heights, though, to get yourself that quality. The reason the quality of Newburgh is a little bit better, right? It's a small village, right? Small community, okay? They have a few things going for themselves. There's only literally maybe 800 or 900 properties in Newburgh Heights. They have a ton of police officers. I think the actual village of Newburgh Heights only spans like 14 to 15 streets, something like that. I know it's under 20, and I believe they have literally 14 or 15 full-time police officers monitoring it. So it's incredibly safe. On top of that, they have something that Cleveland doesn't have. They have the point of sale inspections. So whenever somebody sells a property in Newburgh, the city goes in and they issue violations, and the seller has to clear those off before they sell it, or the buyer needs to assume it. Doing this, it's going to keep the quality of the properties much higher because they're pretty strict on that. So that's the first thing I want to talk to you about 4711 Harvard. Because, I mean, as you see on the screen here, the market rent, $1,500 a month. Typically, I'm selling properties. You know, if I have a duplex and we're getting $1,500 in rent, guys, I'm usually selling that for $95,000 to $100,000. As you'll see, this one, it's only $75,000. The first thing, the reason for the discount, the first issue is there is a point of sale report on this property. We just had the inspection done last week. The city has yet to give us the complete report. I should have that in my possession prior to this video launching, probably prior to this video getting out of post-production. So if you look right here, I would assume we have that POS report scrolling on the screen for you with the cost, the estimated cost it's going to take to actually get that POS totally clear. I'm anticipating, you know, it's a few grand. So that's one reason I gave you guys a discount on this property. And the second reason I gave you guys a discount on this property, let's cruise down to the basement real quick.
Based in Indianapolis, Indiana, FS Houses is the premier investment property brokerage. With an in-house property management department that can take care of all those unwanted landlord headaches, FS Houses can offer you the complete turnkey solution as well as wholesale properties offered to you at a discounted rate. With a network of thousands of active investors, wholesalers, and brokers, FS Houses can help you sell your property for top dollar on the open market or in a hurry to motivated investors seeking distressed real estate. Visit fshouses.com or call 317-492-9025 for more information on Indianapolis, Indiana real estate. HoltonWise has a worldwide audience of real estate investors. If you are a lender, home inspector, or anyone else with a real estate related business who would like to increase your sales and exposure with an ad in one of our videos, go to HoltonWise.com today.
Now, what you're looking at here in the basement, there's 2 boilers, okay? 2 boilers. Now, if you remember from the fact sheet right here, we have 1 furnace, 1 boiler. Now, the way that this property was set up, originally, this property was heated by 2 boilers, okay? Currently, only one of those is active. The downstairs unit is still active. It's still being heated by that boiler. Now, that boiler is over 15 years old. The upstairs unit, when the second boiler got to the point where it was no longer working, as opposed to replacing just the boiler, what the owner of the property at that time opted to do was replace it with a furnace, and they put that furnace in the attic. The reason that that seller chose to replace the boiler with a furnace is furnaces are typically going to be a cheaper product, okay? So whenever you replace a furnace, guys, the cost is going to be around $3,000, all right? And furnaces are going to last you about 30 years. Whenever you replace a boiler, that cost is probably going to at least double. We might be looking at 6, 7, 8, 9 grand. It could be any of those things. It's going to be dependent on what all needs to happen. Like, you have to replace the unit itself, but sometimes you also need to replace some of the piping in the walls because it starts corroding. And, boilers, it's heated, it's steam heat, right? So it's heating up water, so, it could leak. Whereas a furnace, it's forced air. So typically, you're pretty much never going to have to replace those ducts. And, of course, the actual product, the furnace itself, is a little bit cheaper. So because you have to assume the POS, and because you have another boiler down here, which is just not the most efficient way to do this. So when it comes time to this boiler going, by the way, boilers are going to last you about the same length of time that furnaces will. You have a little bit higher cost. You could either retrofit it and just decide to go furnace to make all your future costs cheaper, or you could spend, up to 9 grand probably. It could be 6, could be 7, could be 8. It really depends. The guys have to get in there and see what they have to do to replace the boiler itself. Because of both of those issues, I gave you guys a hell of a discount on this property. Only $74,900. Both of those units, okay? Those are 3-bed, 1-bath units. So even though we're only getting $695 on the one right now, I believe that was a long-term tenant. We opted to just slowly increase their rents up, because you never want to push out a long-term tenant by going right to market, because you got to create an artificial turnover at that point, and then you got to spend the money renovating the unit. You don't want to do that. You want to slowly increase them. But the downstairs unit, the one that's vacant, as you can see from the footage, that is rent ready. That thing is ready to go, and we'll be able to get you $750 for that. So at the end of the day, eventually when you have both units rented to newer tenants on an with the renovation at market level, guys, you're getting $1,500 a month in rent. You can't get that anywhere else. So if you guys are interested in making an offer on this property, simply send me an email, jameswise@holtonwise.com. You got to have your proof of funds. You got to have your pre-approval letters ready. And on top of that, remember, you have to assume that point of sale. I'm going to put it up on the screen one more time for you. You have got to assume this point of sale right here. I should have the number that it's going to cost HoltonWise to fix that issues for you guys on the screen. As I'm talking right now, my team has not been given that point of sale back from the city. So in post-production, my editing team, they're going to put that on the screen for you guys. I've got an idea of what I think it's going to cost in my head, which is why I've already given you guys that discount. And if you don't have your own set of lenders, guys, you probably won't be fast enough to take this one down, but just shoot me an email anyway asking me for my list of lenders. They'll get you pre-approved, and once you're ready, once you're pre-approved, you'll be able to bid on the next property or the property after that, because I'm going to send another property out tomorrow and the day after and the day after. We send out these properties every day. We'll email you the investment property for sale show every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're not subscribed to that mailing list, in the show notes, you can click to subscribe to that so you get it sent to you every day. And of course, what you need to do is smash that subscribe button here on YouTube so you get the YouTube notifications. And do me a favor, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you found some value in this video here. I need you to let YouTube's algorithm know that you're finding value in the content I'm providing. So we are going to, rank higher in the search rankings so more people can be exposed to this show. As always, I'm James Wise with HoltonWise, and this is Real Estate Investing Made Easy.
Once you've placed a tenant, there's no need to make trips to the bank anymore because with RentecDirect, you can now accept rent payments via ACH. This automatically transfers money from your tenant's bank account directly to yours, using the same technology that banks do to collect auto and mortgage payments. Your tenants can even log in and make payments with their web browser or their phone. All this comes backed by the highest-rated customer support team in the industry, certified by third parties and ranked #1 by our clients year over year. You get unlimited free access to our US-based support team by phone, email, and chat, who will help you getting started or anywhere along the way.
Cleveland, Ohio is widely considered to be one of the top rental markets in the entire United States. This is because here in Cleveland, our housing prices are low and our rental prices and demand are high. At HoltonWise, we provide the complete turnkey solution for all real estate investors, whether they are local, out of state, or even abroad. As real estate brokers, we will provide you with agent representation to help you buy properties ranging from single-family homes to large apartment complexes. We even have referrals for lenders who can provide investment property loans to investors located in all 50 states, allowing you to capitalize on the use of leverage or other people's money. We have referrals to top-notch title companies so you know that all of your transactions are safe and secure, with every single property being delivered to you with clear title. Once you close on the property, we have an investor-focused insurance brokerage who can handle all your property insurance needs. This insurance brokerage handles auto, home, life, and business policies, but they specialize in working with policies for landlords. We also have full-service property management. We can handle all rental property advertisements, tenant placement, rent collection, evictions, maintenance, landscaping, construction, and repairs. In addition, HoltonWise also offers digital media and education. One day, when you are ready to sell your investment, HoltonWise, as the #1 seller of investment properties in the greater Cleveland area, can market your property in a video just like this one to our worldwide base of investors who are looking to capitalize on the high cash flow opportunities in the Cleveland, Ohio market. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our latest content, including video tours and analysis of investment properties that are available for sale, real estate investment education, and our most interesting encounters with tenants from hell. HoltonWise, real estate investing made easy.